Okay, good morning, everyone. I'll open up the, oh, I forgot my gavel, but I guess, I don't know if I need it. Um, We'll open up the exec session. A couple of housekeeping. So I will not be scheduling anything for next week. Historically, I don't like to do Senate bills until after crossover. That way I know all the bills that we have. And of course, I would then organize them by type so that our hearings are organized. And in this case, I have to, consult with the senator to make sure the senator is able to come over and be here when we'll be introducing those bills. Last night, I was going through the bills and realized that the sheet that we normally would use, the scheduling sheet, I got down to the bottom and I said, I feel like I'm missing something. And so I ended up, well, now all of a sudden, most of them are here. So we'll work from this sheet, assuming that what's in front of everybody. So that's one that says revised at the top. So maybe I didn't have the right revisal when I did it. I don't know what happened. So, okay. So the first bill, House Bill 1033, relative to the advertising of nominal dimensions of lumber. Representative Spear, seconded by Representative Ammon. Moves inexpedient to legislate. Is there any discussion on the motion of any expedient to legislate? Seeing none? No, if you don't need to feel compelling need. I think
The industry, the lumber industry indicated that the method that we currently use for determining the size of lumber, width and depth, is something that they base their entire sales worldwide, and so it's not something that can be changed. And it's
Okay.
right, it's an industry standard. I'm sorry, I should put that word in there.
Great. Is there any discussion on the motion of inexpedient to legislate? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Representative Ammon.
Yes.
This is on ITL 1033. Pachusik.
Yes.
Cole.
Yes.
McGee.
Yes.
Michelli.
Yes.
Paxton. Walsh.
Yes.
Burrows. Yes. Herbert.
Yes.
Clerk. Yes. Maclear.
Yes.
Gibbs.
Yes.
Spear.
Yes.
Rung.
Yes.
Casey.
Yes.
Is it Casey?
Carrie.
Carrie.
Like a
Something
British
Irish.
truck.
Like-
Yeah, like a
or
British
how about-
truck.
The Ring of Kerry. Yes.
And Chairman Hunt.
Yes. Okay. All those in 17, because we're missing Calabro. Right, so that'd be, and we're missing Post. No, Post is here. I'm sorry. I keep-
Oh,
Wait, who's missing?
Oh, come on.
Fair enough. I wouldn't sit next to him either.
Yeah, it's smart. I mean, I'm probably.
Post is here.
Post is here. So that would be 17. That's correct, because we're 18 now. Because we're missing, because Vincent is no longer on the committee, and then Calabro is the missing person. No, Grassie's being replaced. Okay, the motion carries to 17 to zip. All those in favor of placing it on the consent calendar, please say aye. Those opposed, so moved unanimously. Oh,
all right. So I have 18 to 0.
well, it should be 17. Let me see, who did you mark off?
I can't hear you. I can make another column.
Calabro's missing, right. You got Ring and Carrie, so then
And Sullivan's missing.
1, 2,
Right, like
3,
Ron's
4,
there.
5, 6,
Yep.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
All
15,
right.
16,
Want
17.
to keep an eye on that one? I have to do the same thing on this sheet. Okay.
Okay, we're good.
All right. On to 1071, right to repair certain educational technology. Representative Spear, second by Representative Hunt, moves inexpedient to legislate. Is there any discussion on the motion?
Do you want me to say something?
No, I don't want to.
Okay.
Okay.
We've heard it all.
We've heard it all. And then, you know, again, it emphasized this is the power of the fact that we do everything by subcommittee.
Right.
And so every issue has gotten well thrashed out in subcommittee. Okay, so the motion is inexpedient to legislate. Is the question clear? All right, the clerk will call the roll.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Matusik,
Yes.
Post. Yes. Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Pacelli. Yes. Thaxton.
Yes.
Walsh. Yes. Burrows. Yes. Herbert.
Yes.
Clerk. Yes. Mackler.
Yes.
Gibbs. Yes. Spear.
Yes.
Rung.
Yes.
Carey.
Yes.
And Chairman Hunt.
Yes.
10-0.
Okay, all those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye. Those opposed, so moved unanimously. Okay, next up, House Bill 1090, repealing repealing the requirement to register farmers market as a trade name. Okay, the sponsor asked us to kill this bill, so I move inexpedient to legislate unless somebody else would like to do it.
Nope.
Okay.
I'll second.
And second by Representative Bullion. Okay, any discussion on inexpedient to legislate? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
All right. Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Patusik,
Yes.
Post. Yes. Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Pacelli,
Yes.
Thaxton,
Yes.
Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk. Yes. Mackler,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes.
Rung,
Yes.
Carey,
Yes.
and Chairman Hunt.
Yes.
17-0.
Okay, the motion passes 17 zip. All those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, so moved unanimously. Next up, relative to creating a committee to study the protection of business operators against requests to accommodate customers with fraudulent or untrained service animals. Representative Cole, second by Representative Burrows, moves interim study.
Who's second first?
Burrows. Any discussion on the motion of interim study? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Patusik,
Yes.
Post. Yes. Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Pacelli,
Yes.
Thaxton, Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk. Yes. Mackler,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes.
Rung,
Yes.
Carey,
Yes.
and Chairman Hunt.
Yes.
17-0.
Okay. 17 zip. All those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? So moved unanimously. So how are we doing, Chris? How are we doing on the amendment for 1144? Is it? Do we know, have we heard back from? Yeah. Isn't that the one? No, that one's a different one. I'm sorry, you're right. You're right. Yeah, no, okay. Right, okay, yeah, this is the one I'm supposed to be making the motion. Okay. Okay, all right. Relative requirements for sewage disposal systems information to be disclosed during the real estate transactions. House Bill 1144. I move ought to pass, and seconded by Representative Spear. What I had in, I guess, in committee. This is the one, the restaurant one. This is when you're doing a commercial property, this is not residential. This is the commercial one, and they were, how many? So this one had no opposition, and the department came in and wanted us to pass it. Okay? Any other discussion on the motion to pass? All right, seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Matusik,
Yes.
Post,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Riccelli,
Yes.
Thaxton,
Yes.
Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk, yes. Maclear,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes.
Rung,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Chairman Hunt,
Yes.
17-0.
Okay, the motion passed 17 to zip. All those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? So moved unanimously. Okay, now this is the other one. This is the restaurant one. Yeah. 1159. And so this one I have is ITL.
Yeah.
Did I get them confused? I hope
I
not.
think it is IT.
It was waiting for new regulations.
I think it was all about the building codes again.
They were doing building regulations.
Right, this is the one we took
Right.
care of with a bill last
Right.
year.
Yep.
That's right. That's right.
So ITL is. the
So we didn't
motion.
need this bill. Okay, so Representative Hunt, second by Representative Spear, moves inexpedient to legislate. Okay, is the motion clear? The clerk will call the roll.
All right. Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Matusik,
Yes.
Post,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Riccelli,
Yes.
Thaxton,
Yes.
Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk, yes. Maclear,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes.
Rung,
Yes.
Case, Carrie,
Yes.
17-0.
Okay, motion carries, the vote 17 to zip. All those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye. Those opposed, so moved unanimously. Okay, 1243. Revising the laws relative to retail installment sales of motor vehicles. Okay, this one I think is, okay, yeah, this one's ought to pass on the amendment number 0157. And I have Michael and myself.
That's ought to pass.
Ought to pass on the amendment. Okay, the motion clear. The clerk will call the roll.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Matusik,
Yes.
Post,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Riccelli,
Yes.
Thaxton, Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk, yes. Maclear,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes.
Rung,
Yes.
and Carrie,
Yes.
and Chairman Hunt.
Yes.
17-0 ought to pass on amendment.
Okay, the motion is 17 to zip. All those in favor of placing, oh no, ought to pass as
As
amended. Sorry.
Right.
Getting ahead of myself here. Okay, any discussion on the motion of ought to pass as amended? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
All right.
McAleer and myself, right? You're okay? Representative McAleer, you okay with writing the blurb for this one?
Sure.
I'm sure the auto dealers would be helpful to write for you. I don't see them in the room. Jennifer stands on the room. Oh, or you're oh, sorry. I did not know that. Okay.
Okay.
Clerk will call the roll. Ought to pass as amended.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Patusek,
Yes.
Post,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Pacelli,
Yes.
Thaxton,
Yes.
Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk, yes. Mackler,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes.
Rung,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Chairman Hunt,
Yes.
17-0.
Okay, all those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye. Those opposed? So moved unanimously. Okay, 1275, relative to requiring notice to consumers of vehicles that require repair solely through a dealership and contain proprietary information. Okay. Representative Spear, second by myself, moves inexpedient to legislate. Okay, any discussion on the motion of ITL? Oh my, that's $5 to our coffee fund. Better go check mine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, the clerk will call the roll on inexpedient to legislate.
On 1275. Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Patusek,
Yes.
Post,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Pacelli,
Yes.
Thaxton,
Yes.
Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk, yes. Mackler,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes.
Rung,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Chairman Hunt,
Yes.
17-0.
Motion carries, vote 17 to zip. All those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye. Those opposed, so moved unanimously. Okay, now 1320. Do we have the amendment for 1320?
Mr. Chair, point of order. On the last bill, does the FN require it to be on the regular calendar?
No, FN means that the fiscal note was issued.
Okay.
Okay, and in this case, the fiscal note said nothing.
Oh,
It
okay,
didn't
thank
say
you.
anything. So the only time that you theoretically need to have it on the regular calendar is if there is an actual appropriation. Ironically, the vast majority of bills that we get, even if they did have an appropriation, it's not in the bill. It has to go to finance and then they make the appropriation. So ironically, even though that may be true that the appropriation is appropriate, that it usually we never actually see it. So, but in this case, there was no appropriation for the bill. So it's in the folder.
Uh-huh.
So theoretically, I was thinking about this last night, that I don't have to have the subcommittee. In other words, the subcommittee could be waived off, and it was just that. So I'm going to assuming that I want to get past this amendment around now, and assuming that nobody has a problem with it and everybody's ready to vote for it, then we don't need to have the subcommittee. I think that's a hearing. That's not even a subcommittee. Subcommittees are a little loosey goosey, but that's true. I could do that. Anyways, okay. So you're saying I have it here.
Yeah, 1320.
You see it, right? Okay. Look at that. Aren't you
Right there.
Hawkeyes? So basically,
Yeah,
this
we're
is the amendment. And I'm passing it around, and so everybody has a chance to look at the amendment anyways, because you're going to have to see it now. And assuming if there's nobody has a problem, then we can just go ahead and exec it. If there is a problem, then we will not take it up and wait until the subcommittee meets. And then we have to come back to exec it. So You can vote no if you want to vote no. If you want to vote no, that's fine. It won't hurt my feelings. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, that looks great. Yep. Yep, that looks pretty good.
Looks perfect to me.
Good job.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
it looks like it's exactly what you said we were gonna do,
Yep. it
just so
is.
you know.
That, actually, I did see something new, and it's on line 5. And that is just because they are a model of efficiency that they did say, by the way, we're adding and flood. And the only other thing, as I said, is after we heard yesterday, is that PFAS is going to show up. And so if the PFAS shows up, and if they
You
had,
can just put it right there.
if they had it also the same, or in a Roman numeral, if they're like, you know, if it's, I don't know where they'll end up putting PFAS, but if there is a problem with PFAS, then enroll bills will take care of that problem to get them matched up. Having once served on the chair as chair of legislative administration, I know how that works. Okay, so if everybody okay with 1320? Yep. Except Brian?
I will play nice in the sandbox.
Okay, yeah, the sandbox.
So this is adoption of the amendment.
Okay, so this is Representative Hunt, seconded by Representative Bullion, moves the amendment number 1247.
All right,
Okay, any discussion on the amendment?
good job.
Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Just for the subcommittee?
No, this is.
We're
We're gonna
bagging
add-
the subcommittee.
Okay,
this
We don't need a
subcommittee,
subcommittee.
I think we'll have it and then adjourn it.
okay,
at the
but
end.
are just the subcommittee members voting on this?
No, this is
we
the
all
full
are.
committee.
Okay, got it.
Right.
Getting her done.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Patusik,
Yes.
Post. Yes. Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Fratelli,
Yes.
Axton, Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk, yes. Maclear,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes,
Rung,
Yes.
Carey,
Yes.
Chairman Hunt.
Yes.
17-0 on the amendment.
Okay, motion now, Representative Hunt, seconded by Representative Bullion, moves ought to pass as amended. Is there any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Patusik,
Yes.
Post, Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Fratelli,
Yes.
Thaxton, Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk, yes. Maclear,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
yes,
Rung,
Yes.
Carey,
Yes.
Chairman Hunt,
Yes.
17-0.
Okay.
TPA.
All those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? So moved unanimously. Okay.
Good job.
All right. All right, next up, House Bill 1346, relative to food service at bed and breakfasts. What do we have for that one? Yeah, Spear. Inexpedient to Representative Spear, inexpedient to legislate, second by Representative Hunt. You really wanted to write a lot of reports. That's great.
That's you.
ITL. Okay.
that's fine.
All right.
Any discussion on the motion of inexpedient to legislate? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Patusik,
Yes.
Post, yes. Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Michelli,
Yes.
Axton,
Yes.
Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk, yes. McAleer,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes.
Rung,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Chairman Hunt,
Yes. Yes.
17-0.
Okay, motion carries unanimously. All those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, so moved unanimously. Okay, next up, House Bill 1395, relative to home heating oil and propane contracts. Okay, 1340,
Michelli has a question.
yes. Okay,
I believe the sponsor emailed amendments. Is it too late to consider those amendments?
yes. Which bill are we talking about?
13.
This one.
1395.
Is there an
Correct.
amendment in there?
Yeah, we're not
I'm
gonna
not
take
sure
it.
how I'm not sure what the
She-
process would be.
No, we're all set.
Thank you.
We're all set. You, okay, well, first I'm gonna place the motion, but so I have 1395 interim study, Representative Cole, and second by Representative Burrows. And we're open for discussion. Representative Spear.
We did get the two amendments from, this is that one, isn't it?
There's
I'm
two
so
different
sorry.
ones. There's
You're right.
you're talking about the one where the guy, it was the pricing.
Pillsbury?
Wait if someone emailed amendments just to.
They could always
Well, let me put it this officially, at an exec session, someone can ask to bring up an amendment. Yes. Okay. But as a control freak chairman, that I would order that any amendment that shows up, then I would say, no, we won't take action. We would then send it back to subcommittee and have the subcommittee work it out so that by the time, so that can be resolved. So if somebody were to show up with an amendment while we're execing, normally other committees do thrash it out, committee as a whole, and I woe the day that ever happens. Under
thank you
my
for
guidance,
explaining
that
how-
I would prefer to send it to subcommittee and have it worked out, thrashed out, because I just think it's more productive when you have a small group of people who are
All right.
focused.
No, I just
on an
wanted to
issue.
understand your process.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Yeah.
explaining.
clarify?
Yeah.
We're open to
I just want to understand it. So are you saying because they emailed it, we're not taking it up?
No, the subcommittee actually was aware of the amendment.
Yeah.
When the subcommittee made the decision
Okay, okay.
not to address it because the feeling of the subcommittee was it wasn't really resolving
Okay,
the problem.
okay, great, thanks.
An amendment can be brought to the floor.
And
During
amendment could
session
always,
date.
and
Yep.
even on session day.
Yep.
Right. And you could say, it's because that mean nasty chairman wouldn't take it up, but. But like I said, my process is that I when we get to exec session, that we've already thrashed it out, that we're not going to take everybody's time up on something that is an issue that really, and this one in particular, this particular bill really does need some serious hard thinking about how we're going to address this problem and do it right. So Representative Rung, who, welcome to the
Mr.
Commerce
Chairman.
Committee.
Thank you. So is the motion interim study?
Study.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we're going to work on it. We're definitely not, we're not ignoring it. It's just that it's something that's going to take some time and really think it through and how we can do it right.
I really appreciate the committee doing that because if you remember from the public hearing, the senior assistant attorney general
Correct.
supported this bill with two very minor changes.
Right.
And, this industry is one of the top 3, I think he said, that they receive complaints upon. And even though those complaints are centered around one company, that company has or had the largest market share. And there's nothing in this bill that specifies that company. So I think it does provide protection for the little guys that send us here, the little grandmas that aren't going to fight a big company. They're just going to pay the extra fee or wait to change suppliers. So I think it's a very important bill. I was really hoping to go gangbusters to try to get an amendment, but I'm satisfied with the interim study, and I think we could work closely with Attorney Garrett and the Consumer Protection Bureau to hash this out. So thank you.
Exactly. Okay.
Who made the motion?
Okay. Representative Spear made, no, Cole.
Cole and Burrows.
Cole and Burrows, I'm sorry. So used to saying Spear, right? Interim study is the pending motion. Okay. Is the question clear? The clerk will call the roll.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Patusik,
Yes.
Post,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Percelli,
Yes.
Thaxton, Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk, yes. Mackler,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes,
Rung,
Yes.
Carey,
Yes.
and Chairman Hunt.
Yes.
17-0.
Okay, vote is 17 to zip. All those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye. Those opposed, so moved unanimously. Okay, 1430, relative to electric rates approved by the Public Utilities Commission for residential condominium properties.
This was the bill that was, commercial rates for the common.
Yes, correct.
Right,
All
talking
right.
about the pool.
So I have myself, anybody else like to make the motion, or Representative Spear, you'll make the motion? That'd be great. Thank you. What would you like? Would you want to write the blurb? Okay. All right, Representative Hunt, second by Representative Spear.
And what's the motion?
The motion is inexpedient to legislate.
All right.
Yeah, this bill would open an incredible can of worms if we were to pass it because of the common space that are inside condos, and common spaces are in many rental situations. So
All right. This is on ITL for
inexpedient to
1430.
legislate. Is the question clear? The clerk will call the roll.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Patusik,
Yes.
Post,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Percelli,
Yes.
Thaxton, Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk, yes. Mackler,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
yes,
Rung,
Yes.
Carey,
Yes.
Chairman Hunt.
Yes.
17 to
Vote is
0.
17 to zip. All those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, so moved unanimously. Okay. House Bill 1491. Right. So I'll make the motion and you'll second it. Or you want to write the motion on this one? You want to write the blurb on this one? Okay. All right. Representative Spears, second by Representative Hunt. 1491, prohibiting the repricing of heating fuel subsequent to a concluded sale. And the motion is inexpedient to legislate.
discussion on the motion?
Yes, you were.
Just on account of, I just have to do due diligence on stuff. We did
Right.
get 2 amendments on this. And so I called a couple of fuel suppliers. This is the one. I called a couple of fuel suppliers. As the case was presented to us, in the cases where I called the fuel suppliers, they said they would not deliver fuel to a house that they had not inspected and established a contract, even if it's a pay-as-you-go. So they had to have a contract, and in that contract, it would have said, when you use a credit card, you're reserving the right to get the fuel, but you're not committed to the price. You still have to pay the price on the day that they pick it up. I guess in Boston, I guess is where they pick the fuel oil up. So the case that was described to us is not a case anybody seems to recognize as being something that should be handled any different than they handle any other case. So I think the ITL is the right motion.
Right. And if they really wanted to be locking in the price, they can do a pre-buy.
Then they could do the pre-buy.
If they
And that's
wanna
what they
lock
were,
into a
I was
price.
told by
Right.
these suppliers.
Right. If in the worst case for the state, if you're not happy with the arrangement with your propane dealer, there's plenty of other propane dealers available that you can do business with. Except if you have your tank buried. Then it's another story. Then you have to be like me and own my own tank. All right, pay the $2,000 and own your own tank. Okay. Motion is inexpedient to legislate. Any discussion on the motion? Okay, the clerk will call the roll.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Patusik,
Yes.
Host,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Pacelli,
Yes.
Thaxton, Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk, yes. Meckler,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes.
Rung,
Yes.
Carey,
Yes.
Chairman Hunt,
Yes.
17-0.
Okay, the vote carries at 17 zip. All those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye. Those opposed? So moved unanimously. Okay, House Bill 1498, establishing a state short-term rental registry. Representative Maculator, seconded by Representative Hunt, and I did register as a short-term renter. Okay, and moves inexpedient to legislate. Any discussion on the motion of inexpedient to legislate? Okay, clerk will call the roll.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Patusik,
Yes.
Host,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Pacelli,
Yes.
Thaxton, Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk, yes. Meckler,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes.
Rung,
Yes.
Carey,
Yes.
Chairman Hunt,
Yes.
17-0.
Okay, vote carries 17 zip. All those in favor of putting on the consent calendar, please say aye. Those opposed? So moved unanimously.
That was, Maclear, huh?
Maclear and Hunt. Okay, House Bill 1635, relative to the definition of short-term rental. Representative Maclear, seconded by Representative Hunt, who did file that he has a conflict, moves inexpedient to legislate. Any discussion on the motion? I would say that I really was hoping that we could do a statewide registry to try to solve this problem, but neither side wants to negotiate or settle this issue at this point because there are a lot of court cases. There's still, cases are still going on, and so it's an unsettled issue in terms of legality. So at this point, everybody just assume we the legislature not weigh in yet. Okay. The clerk will call the roll on inexpedient to legislate.
Right. Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Patusik,
Yes.
Post, Cole,
Yeah.
McGee,
Yes.
Pacelli,
Yes.
Thaxton, Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk, yes. Meckler,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes.
Rung,
Yes.
Carey,
Yes.
Chairman Hunt,
Yes.
17-0.
Okay, well, it's 17 zip. All those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? So moved unanimously. Okay. We're going to do the same thing here with 1241, that if, assuming that everybody's happy, we will just exec this bill and have it, I'll open and close the subcommittee.
This is the committee where bills go to die.
Yeah.
Okay, so needless to say, this bill has been amended a couple of times to address issues, ensuring that we were not weighing in on crypto technology and that it should not have any effect on cryptocurrency. But there will be language in here that talks about them being exempt from the statute. Yeah. Okay,
Mr. Chairman?
Yes,
question?
Representative Spear.
Does this amendment take care of all the other little amendments?
All the other little
includes
amendments,
everything.
all rolled on into one amendment. Okay? All right, so I move to pass on amendment number 1245. Any discussion? Excuse me, I move and this is banking, so who's, okay, well, Representative Ammon, second, yeah. I'm not sure Representative Urban would want a second.
Who is it?
Okay, so ought to, Ammon, yeah. Okay, ought to pass on the amendment. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Patusik,
Yes.
Post,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Pacelli,
Yes.
Thaxton, Walsh, Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert. Clark, yes. Maclear,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes.
Rung,
Yes.
Carey,
Yes.
Chairman Hunt.
Yes. Yeah,
16
16 to
to
1. Okay, now Representative Ammon, second by Representative Hunt, moves OTPA. Yeah, and Representative Ammon will speak to his motion.
So as amended, I think it's a good example of our departments being business friendly. They made accommodations for payroll providers, and they're preserving an advantage that New Hampshire has in virtual currency that we had since 2017. So I think this is a good move forward, and we're adopting model language that other states are adopting.
Okay, any other discussion on the motion about to pass as amended? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Patusik,
Yes.
Post,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Pacelli,
Yes.
Thaxton, Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
No.
Clerk, yes. Maclear,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes.
Rung,
Yes.
Carey,
Yes.
Chairman Hunt.
Yes.
16-1.
Okay, Representative Herbert, are you okay with putting this on the consent calendar?
Yes.
Okay, all those in favor of consent, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, so moved unanimously. Okay, House Bill 1129, relative to the authority to vote by proxy in a condominium association. And, okay, I have me again. Anybody else want to do condos?
I will.
You want to do that? Thank you. All right, Representative Bulio, second by Representative Hunt. Moves ought to pass on the amendment number. Yeah, the amendment number. Thank you.
0878H.
0871. Did you say? No,
0871.
0878. Then forget about the H.
8. Okay.
H just means it was on the House side.
Oh,
0871.
got it.
I'm sure it's in this pile, right?
Could be there too.
There it is. I got it. Okay. So now, because there was multiple amendments to this, did you end up doing one? Wait a minute, it says, what bill number are we doing? All right, I had the wrong bill number. 13. No, that's not it. What is our bill? This is 1129.
Right. With
11:29.
amendment.
Now
Yeah,
I got
it
it.
is there.
0871 is correct.
Okay. Does everybody have? The amendment? Is that copies of the amendment?
Okay.
You want to just briefly explain it?
Well, the one thing I know, because we've had this issue for many years talking about how we're going to help condos with proxy voting. The key element we're doing here is that the actual proxy ballot will be very much like, let's say, the ballot you get when you vote on proxies for stock companies. It is specific to the actual motion. So the ones we've always saw before was that another condo owner would hold the proxy for somebody else, and that always seemed problematic. And so that this way that the actual voting issue is in hand at ahead of time. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows what, in terms of what they're voting, yes or no on, and so that seems to resolve the issue once and for all.
It's not a blanket.
It's not a blanket proxy, exactly. Okay. Any discussion on the motion about to pass on the amendment?
Right. Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Patusik,
Yes.
Post. Yes. Cole,
Yes.
McHugh,
Yes.
Pacelli,
Yes.
Axton, Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk, yes. Mackler,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes.
Rung,
Yes.
Carey,
Yes.
Chairman Hunt.
Yes.
17-0. 17-0.
Okay, motion carries 17 to zip. All those in favor of placing,
That
no,
was on
that
the
was that.
amendment.
Ought to pass as amended is Representative Ammon, right? Which bill am I on? Condo, right? Okay, all right. So, yeah. No, it's Bulio.
Yep.
Bulio
And Hunt.
and Hunt is second. Moves ought to pass on the amendment. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Patusik,
Yes.
Post,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
McHugh,
Yes.
Pacelli,
Yes.
Thaxton, Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk, yes. Mackler,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes.
Rung,
Yes.
Carey,
Yes.
Chairman Hunt.
Yes.
17-0.
Okay, the motion carries a vote of 17 to zip. All those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? So moved unanimously. Okay, next is House Bill 1296. And 1296 has an amendment. I don't know. Oh, yeah, the amendment is the effective date. Okay. That was it. You have the number before I go?
The one for the date was 1133H.
1133. Okay, so Representative Hunt, seconded by Representative Burrows, moves ought to pass on the amendment. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Patusik,
Yes.
Post,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
McHugh,
Yes.
Pacelli,
Yes.
Thaxton, Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk, yes. Mackler,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes.
Rung,
Yes.
Carey,
Yes.
Chairman Hunt.
Yes.
17-0.
Okay, the motion is now ought to pass as amended.
Okay.
Is there any discussion on the motion?
I'd like to move it.
Oh, you want to move it?
I want to move it.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
All right. Burrows and Hunt.
Well done. I think it's
Okay. So just to remind everybody that what this bill does is that it says we already have the statute, in law that mammographies are you get a free women can have a free mammography every year. And that was an issue at one point in time because it used to be like a year and a day, and so that was problematic. But we solved it to annually. And what this says is that if there is a need for the secondary diagnostic survey, then that too will also be free.
That's great.
So. Nothing for real. It said, but going forward, that the next year, if it turns out negative, you're going forward, you don't get to keep getting that.
It's the same.
That one.
It's the same for.
You still got to get the regular
Mammography
mammography. Right,
diagnostic.
right. You have to have the mammography first before you can get the free one. Free.
Yep.
Great.
Great.
Okay.
Great.
The clerk will call the roll on ought to pass as amended.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Matusik,
Yes.
Post,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Pacelli,
Yes.
Thaxton, Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clark, yes. Mackler,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes.
Rung,
Yes.
Carey,
Yes.
Chairman Hunt,
Yes.
17-0.
All those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, so moved unanimously. Okay, next up is 1365. Yes. Okay, well, actually, they're all rolled into one now.
Yep.
So this is another good thing about having subcommittees done ahead of time. That it's coming around.
We'll see.
He's got more.
He's gonna do
Two more.
Who's short?
Thaxton and Ron.
Okay. First up is the ought to pass on the amendment. Do I have
1365.
1365? Excuse me. Yeah, 1243 on the amendment. Who would like to make?
1243.
Representative Hunt, seconded by Representative Burrows, moves ought to pass on the amendment. Any discussion on the amendment? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Actually, I have a question.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It doesn't say here in the amendment, but I think in the original bill, it does say that the physician or the person, the
Customer.
person getting the
Patient?
Patient.
couldn't find that word. They have the right to refuse this, correct?
Yes, that's actually in the original, that's in the original bill. Okay. The clerk will call the roll on ought to pass on the amendment.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Patusik,
Yes.
Post,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Pacelli,
Yes.
Thaxton, Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clark, yes. Mackler,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes.
Rung,
Yes.
Carey,
Yes.
Chairman Hunt,
Yes.
17-0 on the amendment.
Did I do this wrong?
I don't know. I have a blurb done already. So.
Oh, yes. Okay, that's right. That's right. Okay, so, okay, the motion now is ought to pass as amended. Representative Ammon, seconded by Representative Burrows, moves ought to pass unamended. And is there any discussion? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Petusic,
Yes.
Host,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
McHugh,
No.
Pacelli,
Yes.
Saxton, Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk, yes. Mackler,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes.
Rung,
Yes.
Carey,
Yes.
Chairman Hunt,
Yes.
16-1.
16-1, we'll leave that on the regular calendar because Representative McHugh will be doing a minority report.
So it's gonna get up on the floor?
You're not going to floor fight. He just wants to have his minority
Oh,
report.
okay.
But you can't put a minority report and have it on consent.
Okay.
Yeah. No, no.
So
That was 16-1.
16-1 is
Yes.
correct. Okay. Okay, next one I have is House Bill 1018, which there is an amendment on. It's 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, here we go. Okay, Representative Petusek, seconded by Representative Burrows, moves ought to pass on the amendment number 0998. So basically, this is sort of a housekeeping measure, but of things that had come to my attention over the year, and people say, well, we need to do this, we need to do that, we got to fix this problem, fix that problem. The problems occurred. A was these hookah establishments were operating under a cigar bar statute, but they weren't necessarily smoking cigars. They were doing hookahs. So we're just clarifying that that a cigar bar can include a hookah pipe. And then the other issue, the distilling, yeah, it's licensed to distill in terms of the quantities, and then we have a scaled up pricing for their licensing. And yeah, that's all still the hookah. So. Okay, so Representative, yes, Representative Herbert.
The license to distill, when they said less than 1,000 cases of liquor per year, what changed there?
So what we're doing is we're just creating two different a tier system when it comes to distilling. So in terms of license, so this was designed to reduce the. Right, am I got this right, Dan? No, maybe. Yeah, that first, section 6 of the bill. Oh, I'm thinking of other, there's other sections, because this is 6. So, yeah, so what was 6 for? Just introduce yourself so everybody remembers who you
Deputy
are.
Chief Danielle Elston, New Hampshire Liquor Enforcement. No, this just clarifies that it's, if you're licensed to distill, then this paragraph applies to you. Because there's also the home distilling bill in, so we wanted to make sure there was clarification between the liquor manufacturers that are licensed to distill versus what's happening in the home distilling bill. So it just changes, it used to say each liquor manufacturer distilling, and now it just says licensed to distill. So we didn't change quantities or anything like that. We just
Okay,
clarified
you're
that
just
this
clarifying,
applies to
right,
the
that's right.
licensed liquor manufacturer.
Like I said, this is housekeeping.
Correct.
Related to the bill that we passed already that we allowed to home license, home
Okay,
distill.
so this is not related to hookah.
No, that is not a hookah section.
this is
Section
just a
7 in the
separate-
bill is the hookah,
Yeah,
which was the original underlying. one of
kind of
the-
got mixed up with it.
Because this came in, because the original bill, you can see we're at 6, section 6, so there was 1 through 5
Right.
with the other various issues. And then this one just came over the transom in the end, and, you know, whether we could slip it in while we were still working on bills last fall. And the OLS asked us to not try to add one more item to that Christmas tree, and told us to add this here in committee, which is what we did.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Is the motion clear? This is ought to pass on the amendment. Clerk will call the roll.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Matusik,
Yes.
Host. Yes. Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Yes.
Thaxton, Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk, yes. Maclear,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes,
Rung,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Chairman Hunt,
Yes.
17-0 on the amendment.
Okay. Motion now is Representative Patusek, seconded by Representative Burrows, moves ought to pass as amended. Any discussion on the motion? Clerk will call the roll.
Uh-oh,
You ran out of sheets.
I ran out of sheets. Oh, sheet.
Turn your mics off.
I didn't have mine on. Can I make a comment that's sort of related to the bill? I mean, not to vote on it, or is it?
Okay.
I just was doing some fact checking when we were, because there's the hookah in this bill, and I read that an hour-long hookah session is the equivalent of smoking 100 cigarettes. So we're worried about cannabis? I just thought it was interesting.
But that could be cannabis with a bong, might
Yeah,
have
you
that.
can put cannabis in there too.
In a bong would be
100
like a hookah,
cigarettes.
wouldn't it?
It goes through water.
Oh, yeah, right.
So water. Well, doesn't a hookah have water in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the same thing, right? Isn't a hookah? Yeah, a bong is a hookah, right?
Doesn't
A different
have,
device. thing.
doesn't have that. Do all
It
hookahs
has
have
like
that
The water.
cord
Glass.
or that hose, the tube?
They look well. One is they were created in different centuries,
Filtration.
different culture. Okay, all right. So we're out to pass
As amended.
as amended. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Yep.
Motion is made. Clear. Oh, sorry. We're waiting for you. Had a
Yep.
voting sheet. Okay.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Matusik,
Yes.
Host,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Pacelli,
Yes.
Thaxton, Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk, yes. Maclear,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
yes,
Rung,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Chairman Hunt,
Yes.
17-0. That's on
Okay.
pass as amended.
That is okay. Now the motion is ought to pass, or is that?
No, that was
we
it.
did that. Okay. All right. All those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye. So No, any opposition? Unanimous? So moved. Are we done? What do we got? Okay. 1358, contract relative to contract manufacturers, beer, wine, and liquor. Okay.
Is there an amendment?
Oh.
The wine and liquor.
Yeah, that's, it's got amendment 1072H.
Correct. Okay.
Made it easy for you today.
Like wine. Get special It's the whole thing. I wanted to call her and I had it.
Yeah.
And they, oh, no, these things, these are secret. But I would say, in the old days, they had more fancier folders, so you knew if it was the chairman's copies. You knew it was sacred.
Oh.
And we don't even get to see those anymore. The chairman don't even see the chairman folders anymore. Okay. So Dan, why don't you just tell us what this is all about so we make sure we're...
Good morning, Deputy Chief Danielle Elston, New Hampshire Liquor Enforcement.
Yeah, just make sure you go close to the mic. Please.
So this amendment deals with contract manufacturing and tenant manufacturing. The most basic explanation of this is I have a recipe. It needs certain equipment to produce that recipe. You own that equipment. So we enter into a contract together where you are now going to produce my recipe. In the past, this concept has traditionally been for beverage manufacturers. This translate the concept to wine and liquor manufacturers.
And what started was some guy from Maine who wanted to bring it to New Hampshire, and that was added a new
Correct.
twist.
He had the recipe, manufacturer in New Hampshire had the equipment, so he wants them to produce his product in New Hampshire. So that's what's
Right,
started.
and then we had originally had tenant manufacturing and contract were separate. Now we're trying to pull them all into one statute, and
Correct.
so one-stop shopping for shake and bake.
This amendment replaces the entire bill?
It does. It does.
Is this the Buckley restaurant? Or
What
the,
do you mean by Buckley?
the restaurant?
No,
No, this is
we
the one.
already took care of that. We took care of that last week. 2 weeks. Thank you very much. Okay. All right, so the pending motion is, so this is Representative Patusek, seconded by Representative Burrows, moves ought to pass on the amendment number 1072. Is the motion clear?
Right.
Clerk will call the roll.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Patusek,
Yes.
Post,
Yes.
Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Pacelli,
Yes.
Thaxton, Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clerk. Yes. Maclear.
Yes.
Gibbs.
Yes.
Spear.
Yes.
Rung.
Yes.
Carey.
Yes.
Chairman Hunt.
Yes.
17-0 on the amendment.
Okay, motion now with Representative Patusek, seconded by Representative Burrows, moves ought to pass as amended. Is there any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, the clerk will call the roll.
Representative Ammon,
Yes.
Patusek,
Yes.
Post. Yes. Cole,
Yes.
McGee,
Yes.
Pacelli,
Yes.
Baxton, Walsh,
Yes.
Burrows,
Yes.
Herbert,
Yes.
Clark, yes. Meckler,
Yes.
Gibbs,
Yes.
Spear,
Yes,
Rung,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
Chairman Hunt,
Yes.
17-0. All right.
Okay, all those in favor of placing on the consent calendar, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, so moved unanimously. Okay, so now we're done. Is anybody gonna have a problem not getting their committee report done today? You want to do them at home? Is that? But you'll get it done today. Okay.
You want it by the end of the day?
By the end of the, let's
Yep.
let's say by 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go home, you got to get it done, right? And I would also say that theoretically, all these things don't have to be done technically until tomorrow is our date to report this out. So if there were some catastrophe, then I will let you all know, and we would have to come back after session tomorrow, which that would be an awful thing to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Awful.
Awful.
Awful. So it's not. Let's hope that will not occur. But I think we've got them all, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I think we got everything.
I think I'd like to thank our secretary and our researcher for job well done.
That's right. We couldn't have done it without you, that's for sure. But otherwise, if anybody wants to go to Tandy's for lunch, lunch is on me. So,
Thanks to our
except for you, right?
Thank you both.
You're out of the room.
Yeah, thank you so much for.
Yeah, thank you for filling in again. And I guess, yes. Okay, so Senate bills, right now, they are trickling in. My expectation is not to start doing hearings. I know other committees are already hot to trot, but my attitude is to wait to see what we have, and then try to schedule them as a group so that makes it easy for us to have the public hearing. And the groupings will somewhat be, so much as we try to do it by our categories, but our divisions, but a lot is actually driven by the Senate sponsor. So if a Senate sponsor has several different bills on different subjects, it's going to be more, the hearing will be about that day for the senator. And that I have to schedule. So it's a little different twist in scheduling bills when I have to work with the senator. But otherwise, we've always wait till April before we start those. So you have a couple of days off for next week. Next 2 weeks, I guess. Except there might be session days, multiple session days. So otherwise, the exec session's over.
A couple questions for you.
Yep.
This is the 2-6 blurb. I started it, gave it to him. And
Okay.
I checked with Wallace, that published one too.
Yep.
Do you have an issue with this?
No, I read it. It was fine.
One other question. Oh,
Good seeing you.
the transmitter bill, should I ask anybody to look at the blurb before I send it to you?
No, just send it to me.
It's gonna be model language. We carved